Hey Brick Bloggeteers, Will here, and today we're going to talk and look at not one, but two new BrickHeadz from the Minions line. First up is set 40420, and the first one you build is Gru. Now Gru is a character that I've definitely seen on LEGO Ideas. A lot of people want him, so it's really nice to see him officially in LEGO. And as far as printing, he has a 1x4 tile at the bottom of his shirt, as well as his eyes. Otherwise, there's no other printing. The scarf is nice in its 3D build and appears both in the front and in the back. His hairstyle is fairly plain. He does have the little cowlick on the back. And what makes him probably the most unique from most other BrickHeadz is the fact that he has a nose. Many human BrickHeadz don't bother with a nose because it's not important. However, he is a cartoon character, and his pointed nose is such a distinct feature of him that they could not ignore it. And it would be ashamed if they did, because that fits absolutely perfectly with his face. Well, he's a despicable character that needs a follower or henchman or two, or a minion, and this is Otto. Otto is probably a less-known minion, because at least he's new to me. I'm pretty sure he's always been there. He features a 2x2 round tile with printing that probably references something in the new movie Rise of Gru. Not sure what it is, so we'll have to see what that means. His other printing is a blue tile at the bottom with a pocket, and these absolutely fantastic 2x2 round minion eyes. They're built on top of a 2x2 round plate, so you got some extra dimension in them. Very character expressive in what they are. They're actually built, designed to look like normal BrickHeadz eyes, just in this big giant frame. Another interesting thing about Otto is the fact that he's not built in a 3x3, a 3 wide, 3 long body frame. Most small BrickHeadz are built on that frame. He, on the other hand, is built on a 4x4 frame like a normal BrickHead. This, in turn, makes him a bit more of a rotund little minion, which is one of those things that you see in a lot of the different characters, is they'll have some sort of feature that makes them stand out. As far as design-wise, he's pretty straightforward, as all the minions are, and that's Otto. Well, minions are plural, and we get Stuart. Stuart's one of the more popular minions, notable by his single eye. He features the same blue printing as Otto on the bottom. He's pretty standard everywhere else. Another interesting thing about how he is printed is on the top of his head, he actually has printed hair. I don't recall BrickHeadz ever featuring printed hair. This is probably due to the fact that normally that would look really flat. But on a minion, it looks about right. So that's Stuart. And in the build order, you will build bag 1, which will be Gru, and bag 2 are the minions, and you build them in this order. The numbering on the box is actually like that, so if you're numbering minions or displaying them based on their number, this might be how you display them, but this is how you'll build them. Moving on to the next set, 40421, we get a brand new character, Bell Bottom. And saying out loud really makes it sink home, the pun that's being there. I didn't pick on it the first time. She is my favorite BrickHead in both these sets because of how complex her build is. You can see her long fur coat with the trim and the collar, her earring, the cuff on her sleeve, the back has extra dimension, and her hair. Her hair is absolutely amazing to build. There's actually full-size bricks on the side of her head, and she uses 2x6 plates just to get the width right. And as you can tell, she even has extra dimension built in to the front of her hair, which is very different than a normal BrickHead. As you can see with Gru, he has very flat looking like tiles, maybe a swoop or something here, but hers has that extra bit of dimension and texture. They made sure to utilize the studs for that very purpose. As far as printing goes, she of course has her eyes and a 1x2 brick in the center with a little bit of a chain design in there. I love the character styling of this, and the fact is she has like most of the pieces in the set. She is very complex to build and very enjoyable for that reason. Well, she is the villain of the new movie, so she of course needs minions to control. And we get another minion we actually recognize. This is Kevin. He's the tall minion. That's his distinguishing feature, as well as his, funny sticking up hair. There's actually upside down building involved underneath that carrot top. He features nunchucks because he's a dangerous character. His printing involves this orange tile at the bottom with the little V shape, as well as the minion eyes that I pointed out with Otto. His sleeves have a little stripe to finish off his uniform. Otherwise, he's fairly basic. And he is, of course, built on a 3x3 wide, so again, normal for small, but taller than most. And to accentuate that, we get the shortest minion of them all, and my favorite, Bob. King Bob. He features, just like Kevin, the orange printed tile at the bottom, the printed eyes, the printed sleeve tile. But other than that, he's a fairly basic design. Again, built on a 3 wide, 3 long style. But he doesn't need a lot of accessories or anything to show off because he's Bob. He's awesome. And one thing I did notice is between the two sets, these two featured an orange design, while the first two featured a blue design. So this might say that there's going to be some sort of factions between Gru and Bell Bottom. But that's what you get with these two sets. You get the main character, and again, just like Gru, Bell is bag 1, and the minions are bag 2. And Gru, of course, bag 1, minions bag 2. This is a lot of characters for 2 sets, and I normally expect just 1 set devoted to Alliance, so it's really nice to get 2, especially since last year I was fully prepared for some Minions BrickHeadz, and was a little sad that I didn't get it. Instead, I got buildable minifigures, which they weren't minifigures. They had minifigures in them, but buildable figures, the giant ones. These ones, though, are just go straight into my BrickHead collection, and they're absolutely fantastic. So again, set 40420, Gru, Otto, and Stuart, and 40421, Bell Bottom, Kevin, and Bob. Minions BrickHeadz. And aren't you glad I didn't say banana?